Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast, Lee and Hayley Overtime. I'm Lee Cruz, along with Hayley Harmon.
We're both here, so 100% success rate on attendance today. Proud of you.
Why?
Because you're here.
Oh, I'm always here.
You all are.
I'm like Henry Fonda in Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah.
Wherever there's conflict, I'll be there. Wherever there is hunger, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Because he was wanted for murder.
Sure.
It was justified.
Yeah. Oh, good show, Justified, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was a good show. Anyway, guys, welcome to another new episode. Hope everybody is doing good. We are just ready to rock and record this new episode for you. Shocker, I'm still sick. So if you're keeping track of that, I'm sure you guys are very annoyed because so am I. All I do is talk about how sick I am lately. I know I'm not the only person in this boat. There's some sort of virus going around that's flu-like, but not the flu, but maybe the flu, but
Now,
not
who
COVID,
told
but
you?
maybe not COVID.
Who told you it wasn't the flu?
Well, I don't know. Multiple people I've been around and talked to that are also sick. The problem is you can't kick it. It's not like over in 3 or 4 days like most regular sicknesses. This is hanging on.
The best guess you have at the moment, though, is you're over the virus, but it
it's morphed into
jump
something else.
started your allergies.
If I even think about it, I get a sinus infection and or double ear infections. My head is ready to
miserable.
be infected at any time.
I hate being sick. Especially a head cold, it really is the worst. I'd rather have a stomach. Well, I don't think I'd rather have a stomach bug.
But a stomach bug, usually runs its course pretty
Maybe
quick.
I'd rather have an injury. If I'm trying to pick a malady,
Okay.
maybe
Ooh.
it's an injury.
Okay, sure.
Pulled groin.
Okay, you know how I feel about that pronunciation of that
Yeah,
word.
you want to say growing.
No, I want to say groin.
Growing.
I say it like it's Groyn. And I don't know that that's correct.
Groin.
You like to really hit the I, growing.
Because I like to have hope that it could grow. So it's growing.
Oh, it's growing. This injury might turn out great for me.
Good. Sure.
That's a line in the movie Baby Mama, which is one of my favorite movies in the world. It's probably 15 years old now. Amy Poehler, Tina Fey. Amy Poehler, self-described in the movie, as a white trash woman that Tina Fey hires to be her
White
surrogate.
trash woman.
Well,
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Well, anyway, Tina Fey is a very successful businesswoman. Well, she sees her ex-boyfriend out one night, and she's like, how are you? Well, everything's going great in his life. And it's played by Will Forte, former SNL cast member.
I love Will Forte.
And he's like, everything's great. I've made a ton of money. Da-da-da. Oh, and I was in a biking accident that made my penis bigger. That's one
Really?
thing he says. And she's like, great.
Yeah.
Great seeing you. Anyway,
Will Forte. His show,
Steve Martin's in that movie too. He plays like an owner of basically a Whole Foods grocery store chain, and he's just as granola and hysterical as you'd think.
I loved Last Man on Earth, Will Forte. That was a good show.
Yeah, sure. I forgot about that.
You know, he was legitimately the last man on Earth. There was a virus that came, killed everybody but him.
There was a book I had to read in school that was about that.
And his-
not Lord of the Flies.
Other
that's
than
different, but-
his brother.
not Z for Zachariah. Did you ever have to read that? Anybody else?
No. But
never
anyway,
had to.
everybody died other than his brother. There was a few other survivors, obviously. But his brother was an astronaut, so he was in space. And guess who his brother was played by? Jason Sudeikis.
Oh, okay. So no, I didn't actually get to guess.
No. You know what? All of a sudden, I don't feel good.
No, don't do this.
I'm serious.
Wait,
it just hit me.
Are you being serious?
My throat got a little scratchy, and now I just feel like somebody's starting to unplug stuff. Like, pew.
Seriously, that quick.
Yeah, like all of a sudden, I got tired real quick. Like, what's that about?
Lee, I got bad news. You're in for at least 10 days of misery.
And my last visit to the toilet wasn't great. As you know.
You know this is being recorded for others to listen to. This
What?
isn't just us.
Are you wearing a wire? I swear.
Yeah, the government is interested in your bathroom habits. So what do you mean?
Oh, by the way, speaking of that,
I don't want to speak of this.
our producer Nikada brought in wonderful treats today. Her daughter Sophie just turned 16, and I found
this is going to blow your mind. So did her twin brother.
what?
Yeah, they share a birthday.
I didn't know they were identical. Anyway, so she had help with her sister Narisha made delicious candies, including the turtles.
Turtles.
Chocolate turtles. which
What
was
is that called, that way of
so
speaking? Where it's
good. I don't know, but
you
I
kind
love
of
doing
hang
it.
on to everything.
Yeah, I like doing that.
It's almost like Scottish or Irish, but not an accent. It's American, but
By the way, this is a second story.
there's so many stories you've got going.
But I've gotten addicted to parking buses. There's a game that I play.
Oh, I thought you meant like you drive for Lex Tram
No.
over not here.
No, and I can't quit playing this game. I've wasted my life parking buses
Yeah.
because you can only park with the same
So it's a phone game. It's
color.
An app game.
Yeah,
Okay.
the same people that
Sure.
Which is this what we need? More segregation in our society?
What are you talking about?
Well, like my green bus can only get green people.
What's the name of the game?
I don't know, bus park. I don't know. Anyway, I'm hooked on
It's
that.
a low budget video game.
And I feel like I've lost my eyesight playing this game. Why did I bring that up? What did it have to do? Oh, I know why. So, but here's the reason, the purpose this game exists is to make you watch ads. Mm-hmm. Well, then I have to watch this ad repeatedly from some Australian radio guy who keeps going, oh, we're going to get the melons. Oh, listen, I think we get the melons this time. But he always says, okay, we got to go. And I notice how they hang on to an R at the end of vowels.
Go.
Grr. Oh,
It
no.
does kind of go.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
There's an R at the end of it. Go.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Anyway, but Narisha made these wonderful.
Okay, back to the story. Maybe you are starting to not feel
And
good.
I don't. All of a sudden, I'm telling you, how it's like, why am I this tired?
All of a sudden,
what
yeah.
happened?
Yeah, sure.
I got to fight it. Anyway, well, I thought I would text her to tell her, hey, these are wonderful. You did such a good job. Anytime I can bring a little sunshine into somebody's life.
That's not really what you're after.
What is it I'm after?
You're after, you want someone to laugh because you're never just going to say thank you. You're going to turn it into some joke so you somehow get attention for their baking.
No, that's not true.
Lee, that is exactly.
The whole point of it was to congratulate her on this wonderful thing she's done.
So you asked for her number from Nikada to
'Cause I
thank
thought
her for the treats.
Yeah, I thought I had it, but I didn't. So she sent me her number, which I realized she doesn't have my number either. Now, that's when the opportunity arises. She's going to get a text from a stranger. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So then I texted her, hey, she doesn't know who I am. I said, just want to say.
Why don't you just read the text?
All right.
So yeah, Nikada brought in leftover treats from her 16-year-old daughter's birthday party. Her sister had baked these treats. Lee used it as a ploy to get Nikada's sister's number.
So the backstory is her sister, Nikada, who works with us,
Oh, thank you for that.
is dating someone in the banking industry.
Lee?
Yes. Well, otherwise, this joke doesn't work. It's okay.
No, you don't get to decide whether or not it's okay.
No one knows.
Stop giving out people's
I just got
personal...
a text from her sister just now.
Stop giving out people's personal information.
I didn't give any personal
Did Nikada say it was okay to say that?
Did I say which bank? No. So, my God. Good luck finding out who it is. Anyway, back to this.
Nikada, I'm sorry. Lee only cares about himself, but you already knew that.
You're the one said read the text.
You could have left that part out, you big dumb butt.
Then how's this going to work?
Okay, just read your flipping text.
Here's what I wrote to Narisha.
Okay.
My goodness. Those turtles you made for Sophie's party are absolutely amazing. I snuck in through the back door at the party and stole one when the girls were distracted. I was there for an unrelated reason, working on an undercover job on bank fraud. The perps are using their girlfriends to launder money. Anyway, top notch on the chocolate turtles. So when she gets this,
None of that needed you to share Nikada's personal information. The bank joke stood on its own.
no,
You're such a jerk.
no, it doesn't. Because
You are obsessed with taking everyone else's wins and making them your own.
what?
Yeah, that's what you do. You're a
Really?
big piece of shit. Go ahead. Really?
Anyway,
Narisha, because she doesn't know who you are. So
right? She doesn't. Well, she knows who I am.
No,
but
she told me
didn't
she's
know-
not a fan.
The text message made no sense to her, so
Why
she's feeling like her sister's in jeopardy.
Yeah.
So she texted her instead of me.
We're all sitting at lunch. We're laughing about it. Nikada looks down. Narisha has screenshot it and sent it to
WTF.
Nikada and just wrote WTH. What the heck?
Oh, well, sorry.
She's a Christian.
Yes.
Learn about it.
All right.
What did she say back?
And then
so then Nikada lets it go a while and then finally says that was Lee.
Yeah, Nikada texted back, weird. And then Narisha goes, dude, did you talk to somebody?
She was like, yeah.
Did you see somebody come through the back door?
Yeah, she's like freaking out, as any normal person would.
Nikada left her off the hook, said it's Lee.
Mm-hmm. So then what did Narisha finally text you back?
Sorry for the delay. Got pulled away.
Oh, how professional.
I was cracking up, she says. Sent it to Nikada like, WTH?
See, I know I'm right.
Laugh face, laugh face, laugh face, laugh face. She actually texted that. She didn't. Those weren't emojis.
She texted laugh face, laugh face, laugh face. Yeah. No,
I will make them for you anytime. I say this is a good deal for me.
Oh my God.
Can do milk chocolate or peanut butter too. Those are dark. Now I'm going to say, who is this?
No, you're not. Don't do it. What's wrong with you?
Too late.
Lee just wrote back, who is this? Narisha is the sweetest thing. You know, Nikada's so sweet, but it's like somehow Narisha is even more sweet. Like, and maybe it's just because we don't know her. Like, she seems mysterious to me, but I feel like she's even more, her voice is even sweeter.
What do you want? You want dark or milk?
Excuse me?
You want dark or milk chocolate?
Milk. But we're not putting in orders. I'm not taking advantage of her goodwill.
Why not? She loves making them.
She loves make? Oh, you're giving her this opportunity?
Yes. I said, I love milk chocolate.
You've said, who is this? Yet you're like, nah. All right, that bit's over.
I love milk chocolate.
But no, you do this thing.
What do I do? Generosity, grace, love, compassion, bring happiness. Thank you.
You're obsessed with
I appreciate you pointing it out.
With anyone getting more attention than you.
This is the biggest bunch of horse hockey I've ever heard.
You want to compliment Narisha's cooking.
I did.
But only if it makes you look good too somehow.
No, makes me look good. What makes me look good?
You love to steal other people's news.
Oh my God.
Like like Nikada's private dating business is her, exactly that, private dating business. Did you ask her if you could share that? It is private. This is a very public forum.
What?
Do you think Nikada would just tell every person that listens to this podcast that whether or not she's seeing someone?
You don't know what I do.
And what their job is?
I protect Nikada. That's my job.
Is that what you just did?
Yes. Yes. The other night I did it. She came out with some of my friends, and there was a dude there that is very interested in Nikada.
I think Nikada can hold her own.
Yeah, I know. But why let her do it when I've already got it covered?
Why let her deal with her own situation when you could make it about you?
I'm not making it about me.
Oh, you are.
I'm making her comfortable so she can enjoy herself.
Oh, my. So what'd you do? Slap a fake wedding ring on her and you put one on too?
No, I said, because she chose a seat that would have put her in jeopardy where she'd have had to have that conversation all night. I said, no, Nikada, you're sitting here. Because I know that guy would have been all over her, hitting on her the entire night.
Okay, anyway.
Those are the little things.
Are you afraid to see Nikada after this podcast goes to print?
Not at all. I never mentioned a name, an institution, or anything. I could be lying about his job. What are you going to do about that?
I just know that you've done it to me before.
Unless you want to confirm
it. And you've done it to Bridget before.
When have I done it to you?
When I got a new puppy and I was going to show it to everybody at the station, and then I turn around and the puppy's gone. And the one specific person I wanted to show it to, you knew that, yet you took my dog without me and went and showed them the puppy and then came in. You're like, oh my God, she loved it. I was so mad at you.
Who?
Because Jane.
Oh, well, sorry.
No, you want the attention. You're mad if anybody else is getting more attention than you.
I could care less. It was a dog and I was looking here. Where were you?
In the office, probably working.
Oh, my God. Well, whatever.
But I'm just saying you, and Bridget's gotten really mad at you before because you've talked about personal things that no one said you could, but you wanted to because it made you giggle. So you think as long as I giggle, no one else has to worry.
Now, I don't know what that's about. I don't recall that.
You are selfish. You like anything that makes you laugh and screw everybody else.
You're right. I don't take life seriously because nobody's making it out alive. I hate to tell you.
Yeah, but if you want to talk about yourself.
I do quite often.
Then go ahead. But don't talk about other people's private business. Hey, watch this. I said it. That's what Lee always does to end a fight. I've said it.
You just nodded your head for those listening.
Yeah, for those just listening. On the video, you saw me nod my head. But Lee does that when he's in the middle of a losing argument, and then he just decides to end it. So, that's it. He'll just go, and now I've said it. So, now I've said it. Anyway.
What?
I don't know. What's up? I've got 2 Tylenol, floating around in this system, trying to rock on.
Do you feel better?
No.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm getting there now.
No, you're a hypochondriac. Again, you're mad that I get so much attention over the sickness. You're like, let me be sick too.
No.
We've discussed this a lot, though. You have sympathy sickness. Not just me, but anybody. But especially, we'll joke about it, and then you'll find you're like, oh my God, I do that. Like, if someone else feels sick, you're like, me too. And it could be anything, but it's like, I'll be like, no, it's menstrual cramps. You're like, oh, never mind, I feel okay. But you'll be like, oh, me too. Ugh, I really don't feel well.
I can't wait for you to get pregnant.
Why?
I can explain the weight gain. Hayley and I are pregnant.
We're both sick. Guys, the sickness has been running through this office.
Yeah.
What? Is Narisha texting back and taking your order?
Yeah. LOL! Exclamation! Written out.
Written out. She wrote LOL. Written. It was typed out EL. OH.
I'm not kidding. I'm starting to feel bad. If you have made me sick.
Lee, no. Sinus infections are not contagious.
Why are you taking antibiotics?
Because you don't take antibiotics for contagion. I mean, you can't. I don't know anything about that. I just know a sinus infection is not like a cold. Is it
bacteria is transferred.
I'm looking at transferable bacteria.
What
did you try to say? We recorded a show earlier today. And
efficacy.
You tried to say 2 different words that were good words that were perfect for the conversation, but you said them both wrong.
I didn't say efficacy. I said efficacy.
You said efficacy. And then for some reason, again, we're talking about Lee was trying to say
fetishizing.
You were trying to fetishize it, but he's like fetishizing.
Yeah, I put the
fetishizing
SH in the wrong place. I said fetishizing instead of fetishizing.
You just said the same word twice.
No, I didn't. Yes. There's fetishizing, and then there's fetishizing.
No.
Sure there is. Oh, yes, it's a whole lifestyle. I've hung out with them.
The Fetishizers?
Yes.
They're a great band.
What was a band name I thought
of? I thought of one the other day and cracked myself up.
Me too.
Well, we could have separate thoughts, you know.
Well, what
I was walking my dogs and thought of something and thought
I feel like I'm getting a fever.
Oh, my God.
Well, you feel my head and see if but use the back of your hand. I don't want you using the front of your hand because you're sick.
Well, get someone else to do it.
Well, who's here?
Nikada, Bridget.
No, Nikada's going to kill me. Yeah, just told the world.
She'll say
she's dating a financier.
That's funny. So Nikada will gladly take your temperature, but it'll be a quick test because it'll be a quick slap on each cheek.
I think I acquired that rectal thermometer.
What? Oh, the gag gift from Dirty Santa.
I think I took that home with me.
Have you used it?
No, I haven't. But I thought this would come in handy at some point.
You could just use it anywhere.
That's what I mean. Yeah. I'm not going to stick it there.
I had to recently, when I first got sick, I bought a thermometer because I didn't have one. But I just bought a regular mouth thermometer. It says you can use it rectally. I read it and it said for use in the mouth, in the armpit, or rectally. And I was like, I'll stick with mouth.
Okay.
When I take my temperature, I mean, this speaks to how, run-of-the-mill sickness. If you were genuinely super sick, you're never going to beg for a high temperature. But I can remember as a kid when I'd be sick and trying to stay home from school, and I think I still have that left over now. I'd be disappointed when I didn't have a fever. When I would take my temperature and it was like 98.6, I'd be like,
you got to be kidding me.
You got to be kidding me. I'm sick as a dog. Even now, I feel let down when I don't have a temperature.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because
I'm like,
it's hard
this is a way
prove.
to explain to people how bad I feel.
Sick,
if I'm like, I've 103, people are like, oh.
She's burning up.
Ooh, chilled to the bones.
Chilled to the bones.
Gosh.
Well, what was your band name?
I don't remember. It was something with the dogs, and it was something so funny.
Mine was Prostatic Fluid.
I'm sorry, I'm not buying any of your music. That is not funny at all.
For a band?
Yeah.
Yes. Also this was my thoughts late at night.
There used to be a club in a town where I worked called Fluid. And we were all like...
Fluid. Prostatic Fluid.
No, it was just Fluid.
This Sunday. The other thought I had was I've done this on 2 occasions.
Said a Hail Mary prayer.
On both golf trips...
Okay.
The first one was a smaller golf trip where we took girls.
Like a putt-putt trip.
It was me, Aaron, his ex-wife. Is that okay to mention?
I don't know. It's not bad news.
Neil, his current wife. Is that okay to mention? I don't want to irritate his girlfriend.
Oh, my God.
And then me and my ex. And we went to, I was going to say Kennebunkport. Well, we had
Kennedys love it there.
We had a rough time.
Yeah.
No, we went to Kiowa Island in South Carolina.
Love it.
We're on a golf trip.
I don't know why I nearly just put my hand here. And then I thought,
Rest
well,
for a
that's
minute.
weird. Guys, if you're just listening, I'm just resting my hand against the wall. It's not really supporting me in any way. It just feels kind of nice.
And I
Rub a drywall near you.
Neil's a big sweater and he likes it cold.
Oh.
And where he
He's
sleeps.
a perspiration.
So, but his thermostat was outside of his bedroom.
Oh.
Now I knew I was
You're such a
sacrificing
jerk.
Christy, but I had to do it. So I waited till he went to sleep.
He likes it to be really cold.
Yes, and
Like-
I cranked it to 100. And I hear him at night. What the hell? He comes out, he's just drenched.
Oh.
He's like, bless, it's hot. And he's going around asking, is your all's room hot?
Oh.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, someone's turned the thermostat. But then I did it.
That's why you can't get a good read. You're just putting your armpit over your thermostat.
And now I'm also friends with another fella.
You're not friends really with anybody. You're mean.
named Big Dick.
Big Dick.
Yeah, you've met Big Dick.
I have.
And, he's a crusty old sailor.
Yeah.
And he went to bed early.
Sure.
So I had him. And, of course, I knew I was going to get like 3 other guys because they were all sharing the same thermostat. But I couldn't wait to do it.
Who else thinks of these things?
And I waited till everybody's in bed. I crank it up. And then I just sit and listen.
What a freak.
I love it so much.
You love
It
What
makes
is it
me
where you like
so
to
happy.
see other people hurt? A masochist? Or no, sadist?
Sadist.
You're a sadist.
I loved it. And
I love it.
they come out, what in the world?
Yeah.
And they're wringing wet. I love it so much.
Yeah. No one's ever gotten you back? Did they get you back the next night?
No, not that way. Well, what
They're pure of heart.
I mean, you could freeze me to death, I guess, but
You love the heat.
I love the heat. You're not going to sweat me out.
Yeah, but they could freeze you out.
They could freeze me out. I would just keep wrapping myself tighter and tighter in the sheet, and I'd have to yell for help. Come get me.
Yeah.
I can't get out
I
of
can't.
bed.
I'm now stuck in this burrito I've created.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
But I had those thoughts
Yeah, sure.
last night. I remembered that, and I got tickled.
You giggling?
I had to give myself a giggle.
Oh, that's funny. I've never done that because I can't stand. Let me put a sentence together. I'm really good at telling a story. I can't stand being hot at night. I cannot sleep. Like it's misery to me. And I've gotten.
You can kick a leg out.
I know. But lately, like, it's been so cold, and our upstairs heating doesn't work that well. It works, but it's like we have lofty ceilings, and so it's like it could blow all night.
Well, first of all, I'm sleeping alone most of the time, if not all the time.
Okay.
I don't have a village in there like you do. You got dogs and no telling what.
Okay.
I don't have that. So it is so difficult for me to warm up alone. I'm the only heat source I have is myself.
And your heating and air system.
Right. But if you were to crank the thermostat down, Lord help us. We're going to freeze to death. That's why you got to keep your socks on.
Well, in the winter, it's like I'm afraid of being cold when I'm sleeping, but I like it cold, but I get in there with sweatpants, sweatshirt, socks on. And then about midway through the night, I wake up burning up and I have to take my sweatshirt and socks off. Yeah. And then I always have like a shirt on underneath my sweatshirt. So then I'm okay. But I'll wake up in the morning and usually I do it in my sleep. I don't even know I've done it.
But
I wake up and there's a pile of clothes by the bed and I'm like,
in the summer, I can just get on top of the blanket.
That is weird as hell.
Why?
I cannot sleep without a cover.
Well, eventually,
Even if I'm hot, I still have to have a sheet over me.
I will. You cool down and
Spit it out, sister.
Everyone's body temperature drops when you sleep.
That's true.
So then I will automatically. I don't even wake myself up. I just cover myself up somehow, or maybe a guardian angel comes in after her third shift at Hooters.
Yeah.
And covers me up.
Any questions? Not from you. I mean, from our staff.
Oh, well, let's see what they've said.
You look terrified. Like I was your professor, and I'm like, well, Mr. Cruz in the second row, questions?
Yes, okay. Kelly writes, you have to write a self-help book. What is it titled?
The best title of a self-help book is gone because the fictional Michael Scott book called Somehow I Manage makes me laugh so hard every time I think about it. And I thought about it the other day.
That is funny.
It's a management book, but it's
double
called
entendre.
Somehow I Manage.
Somehow I manage.
If I wrote a self-help book, it would be called... I got to get back in therapy. It would be called Suck It Up, Pretend It's Not Happening.
Yeah.
That's the way I do it. What would yours be called?
Anger equals power. That's what I tell my nephew.
Guys, this is why Lee Cruz and I don't write self-help books.
Nikada wants to know, what's the worst holiday?
Okay, now I like
I'll tell you one thing I know
this.
about holidays. Banks are always off.
They love, yeah. What? Circle it back to Nikada.
What?
So she's on all these elaborate trips and dates and things on bank holidays. What? Who are you gonna text that to? You gonna text that to Narisha and say, I just said a great joke on the podcast.
No. Let's see. What is the worst holiday? I don't know.
I used to really not
I'll tell you what I don't like.
okay, that's fine.
And
Go ahead.
people are going to think it's political. It's not political. It's just Earth Day. What the heck?
Well, I'm thinking of the big holidays.
Oh, okay. Well, I love all the big ones. I like Halloween. I like Christmas. Thanksgiving.
When I say the worst, I'm not saying like I hate it. I'm saying the one that I care to celebrate the least is Halloween for me. I don't care about. Some people are so huge about it. I don't care. Ever since I was a kid, I just don't give a crap about Halloween anymore. And maybe when I do get pregnant or have children and you sympathy gain weight, maybe we'll care then.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't care. It's not that I don't like Halloween. Think it's bad. I've just never really cared about it since I was a kid. I'm kind of like, meh, meh. I oftentimes don't go to I get invited every year to Halloween parties, and I pretty much never go.
I like the 4th of July.
I like the 4th of July. I like to be patriotic. I love red, white, and blue.
Easter is a good one.
Easter's a good one. I guess risen.
You know what I really love is March Madness.
Lee, that's not a holiday.
Should be.
It should be.
So, and I'm serious about this. The Super Bowl should be the Monday following. Should be
a national
day of
holiday.
rest.
It should be a day of rest.
Like Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, whatever the Canadians and the British do. We should have post Super Bowl holiday. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or they could play it wouldn't make any sense. I was going to say play it on Monday, but no.
Or play it on Saturday.
Because you'd have to have.
Why don't they do it on Saturday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Super Bowl
They
Saturday.
always done Sundays.
I know, but people change.
We'll make Monday a mandatory day off, at least for federal employees.
Listen, I don't know why, and maybe it's because I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm obsessed with the NFL playoffs this year.
How are you?
Both my teams, the Titans I grew up with, now currently the statistically worst team in the league, they're obviously not in it. And then my surrogate second favorite team now, the Cincinnati Bengals, they're no longer in it as well. So maybe it's that I have some relief because I don't have to worry about it. But like this weekend, like I watched every wild card game, and then I will watch the one. We're taping this on Monday of this week. You're hearing it on Thursday. So at this point, you'll know who won in the Vikings-Rams matchup. I'm excited about it. Like, I'm upset, and I truly think it's because the weight is off my shoulders, and I'm just getting to watch it as a fan of just the sport. I freaking love football.
The Rams-Vikings play Monday?
Yeah. Oh. It's the game. It was scheduled to be played in L.A., and they moved it to the Arizona Cardinals Stadium, and so it's Monday Night Football tonight, and it's the final wild card matchup.
I watched this thing on Instagram Reels. Some guy goes, I'm going to give you who's going to win the Super Bowl. And here's how it works. I'm doing this analytically. And he broke down the last 25 years of Super Bowl champions. Yeah. This category, they have to be top 3. This category, they got to be top 1. Whatever. Boom, 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 boom. He went down this list, and I was like, oh, this is actually good data, right? Yeah. And then he goes, that eliminates this team. That eliminates this team, and this team, and this team. That leaves you 2 teams. One of them's the Kansas City Chiefs, but they don't have this qualifier. And the only other team that does, and I went, this is what I'm going to put my money on. Who is it? The Green Bay Packers, who got beat by Philadelphia. And Philadelphia is one of the teams that shouldn't be in it. So I'm glad I didn't put money on it.
I've got crushes on several teams this year. Teams that I'm really enjoying
All right,
watching.
I know who they are. Josh Allen. You like Josh Allen.
I didn't say crushes on guys. I said crushes on teams that I'm really enjoying watching, and I would be very happy if they did well.
I'd be happy if Buffalo
with the
won.
raw talent that Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens have. Derrick Henry, who was with my Tennessee Titans, so even though I'm sad he left,
I don't
King
know.
Henry I'm enjoying. And Lamar, when he won MVP last year, he's doing even better this year statistically.
What are you doing? Are you doing?
I'm clogging.
Yeah.
My boots
An
started.
Irish dance?
Yeah, I'm doing a little Irish dance, a little river dance.
When I was watching the
Bills and Josh Allen, Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions, who I went to their game earlier this season when they played the Colts. Love them. And then I like Sean McVay and the Rams.
You like Sean McVay.
And the Rams.
Yeah. I was thinking about this as I was watching Derrick Henry just run all over everybody.
He's not even real. Like
Well, he runs straight up. It's weird. And he's huge. He's the size of a tight end.
Yeah, you kind of don't grasp how large he is.
So you can't really, it's just hard to. So I thought about these poor little DBs that are basically a little bigger than me. They're not much bigger than I am. And here, this Ford F-150, you got it. And I heard the guys talking about it, including, Lord help me.
Lord, hear him.
Yeah,
Hear his prayer.
He played for the Seahawks. Sherman.
Russell Wilson?
No, Sherman.
Oh, Richard Sherman.
Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
And apparently he admitted off the air that he would try to avoid hitting Derek when he broke loose.
Oh, because it was. Oh,
'Cause
God.
it hurts.
It's like a train wreck.
But they were talking about that. Gonzalez was talking about it. He's like, yeah, I mean, there's a reason they think the Ravens could win because when he makes Lamar Jackson even better.
Oh, they're so ridiculous.
Because
together.
now these DBs got to play up because of Derek. But Lamar's a threat, so all of a sudden, what do I do? And if I'm rushing at Derrick Henry and I got to find a way to drop him, eventually your body starts to go, I'm not hitting him.
Yeah, you can't.
Even though your mind's
risk
saying,
versus
I got to
reward.
take
You've got
him
to,
down.
but you're like,
but it's like, I can't take any more
me no
punishment.
likey hurty.
Yeah.
I've heard them all say that. A lot of guys say that exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, if you had to put your money on it right now, I'll need an answer in 3 seconds. Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year? 3, 2.
I hope it's
1.
Detroit.
Okay.
But I don't mind if Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
I love Josh Allen. Yeah. I would, any of those 4 I'd be down to see win.
Yeah.
I've kind of my love, and I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan, and I was huge on the Chiefs for, a couple seasons because she was there, and so I wanted them to win because it was so good for her and things. My love for them is kind of worn out. It was just kind of like I was just kind of on the bandwagon for a little bit, but then without her in there, I'm kind of like, meh.
It wouldn't shock.
I don't dislike him, but I'm not as interested anymore.
It wouldn't shock me if the Chiefs win at all.
Yeah.
I mean, they find a way.
Yeah, go for it. I have no hate.
I can't remember who it was, one of the former legendary quarterbacks, and it could have been one of the Manning boys. Somebody was talking about the reason Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league.
Oh, my God, he's amazing.
Well, when it comes down to crunch time, he's almost impossible to stop with 3 downs. Mm-hmm. Well, now when it's 4th and you're going anyway, you can't. Now you've given him 4 chances to get a first down or a touchdown, and he's going to beat you. You're not going to be able to stop him more than 3 times.
He has some of the most. I can't think. It's the Tylenol and the headache. Some of the most replicable. How do I say that? Some of them. Oh my God! Some of the most the mannerisms you can mimic. Some of the most mimicable mannerisms of any NFL quarterback. The way he does stuff with his hand and motions and stuff. Most of the quarterbacks, they kind of all do the same. Jump, come out of the pocket, throw, lean, step back, whatever. He does these funny hand motions and stuff.
He was the first guy I noticed that was.
And he and his wife just had their 3rd baby like a couple days ago. So congrats to the Mahomes.
He was the first guy that I noticed that was not old school delivery of a pass.
Sure.
Although Aaron Rodgers kind of does it too.
Yeah.
But that guy that, that pose where the left arm is out and the right arm is here and they're throwing.
Yeah.
He does these little flips.
He'll do flicks. He'll just be like yeah.
And the ball's out.
Yeah. And you're just like.
It's almost like Steph Curry. You can't get to him because the ball's already out.
By the time. Yeah. It's so good. So anyway, well. I'm enjoying this season. I truly think it's because I don't have a dog in the fight. So I'm just enjoying each game as a fabulous matchup.
All right.
Like last night, I was watching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Commanders, and I was just like, I don't know who's going to win, and I'm loving it.
Do you want to? I'm not going to read this one, but I want you to read what your
spit it out.
Employee Nua wrote.
Okay. Nua likes to do this thing where he thinks, well, because Lee never pre-reads scripts, he knows that Lee will read anything cold. So when we ask for staff member questions, they all send in real questions. Nua sends in one that if Lee read it out loud, it would break many hearts.
I don't trust him.
Trust Nua?
Yeah, that's why I didn't read it out.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, well, we got to wrap this one short. We got to go record another TV show. So thank you so much for listening to this a little bit of an abbreviated version of Lee and Hayley Overtime. But hey, we're here. We're rocking and rolling. We appreciate you guys listening. Longer episodes coming back soon. We're just still getting back in the swing of things. And hopefully next week I will be not sick for the first time in 100 years.
Yeah.
And hopefully you will have overcome your momentary sympathy sickness.
Yes. Let's see.
Speaking of the TV show, check out your local listings. Our home market, though, is Lexington, Kentucky. We are weekdays at noon on Fox 56. Our show is a talk entertainment show where we just like to have fun and we have no agenda except to make you laugh. So please tune in. Follow us on social media. Just search Lee and Hayley, Hayley, on your favorite platform. And please rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We certainly do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Bye.